You're running out of time to get to safety. Pasco is expecting dangerous storm surge and damaging winds, and it is not safe to stay in these homes along Pasco's coastline. If you have nowhere else to go, shelters are open. This applies to you, and you must leave this area now.
Hey, what's up, fam? Sorry I am late on a video. I don't even know if this video is going to go up. I'm having shoddy internet right now. I've been trying to upload a video all day and it has not worked. So I decided I'm going to cover the weather and pray that this video gets out to you guys, because this is horrific. We talked about Tropical Storm Milton and it turning into a hurricane, and that it should have been a 3 or a 4, has been upgraded to a Cat 5. This is serious. If you are in the area of Florida, Tampa, Florida, surrounding areas, please heed the warnings and get out now. I will have video in here showing you what it looks like, showing you the track. Also, people who are there on TikTok sharing their stories as well of what they're seeing and how the highway is looking, etc. This is bad, y'all. It's only been 11 days since Hurricane Helene. The cleanup here in North Carolina is still going on. The search for people that's alive is still going on. The search for people who are not is still going on. Access to people in the hills is non-existent unless they're taking things up by a mule or dropping things down from a helicopter. It is bad here as well. And I'm so thankful that it's not coming here. But I'm very prayerful that these people will be okay. I'm sorry I'm tearing up because I just have a lot going on. And I didn't even know if I wanted to go do this video today. So let me let you know what's going on with me, and then we can get into the story. I first want to say thank you to the person, and you know who you are, that Cash App me when I tell you all I could do was sing praises of glory and thank you and grace that God touched you to send me something, because I literally just said, I don't want to spend this bill money, but I got to go and try to see my mother. Now, while it's not enough to get me there, I'm going to get that money up so I don't spend my bill money and go visit my mom. So my birthday is Friday on the 11th. My plan was to go visit my son who lives at the coast in South Carolina. And then I was going to go see my mom anyway, because I didn't see her for her birthday, which was October 1st. But then my sister texted in a group chat that she was taking mom to, well, the ambulance was taking my mom to the hospital because she had like a seizure. So for those of you who don't know, my mother basically has a terminal illness, which is Alzheimer's. We all know that that's terminal. And I couldn't do nothing after that, okay? We just buried our dad in August. I couldn't do nothing after that. So I wasn't even trying to text. I just picked up the phone and called her. I'm like, girl, my hands are shaking. I cannot text you right now. And so she told me everything that was happening. They have since done an EKG on her. They said that was fine, but they haven't told us anything else that I know of yet. So I'm still kind of, there but not there, and trying to stay busy. But my mind is like, but I'm trying to be productive because people's lives are in danger right now. And I know it's going to be a lot of people that's not going to leave or can't leave because the highways are the way they are. But I pray that you do. So I took some notes here since the Wi-Fi at the house is not working. That way I'll be looking down, reading my notes to you. It's not very long, but I do have some clips of some videos I'm going to put in here. But I do want to say thank you guys for supporting the channel. Thank you to all of the new subscribers. Definitely thank you to my oldies. I appreciate you holding me down the way you do. So let's get into it. So like I said, Hurricane Milton is now a Cat 5. They are racing to clear out Helene's aftermath, all of the items that are on the side of the road, you know, waiting to be picked up. I don't know if they just were short-staffed and could not get all of that stuff up, but now they are rushing to try to get it up because they fear that all those items will turn into missiles, whether it's refrigerators, stoves, you name it. People's memories are on the side of the road already from Helene, and the rest of their memories are probably going to be erased as well if this storm is as bad and hits where they say it's going to hit. Again, it's only been 2 weeks since the landfall of Helene, and they're still cleaning out. So the landfall is expected for Wednesday. Some people were told to go ahead and just take your own stuff to the landfill. If you can clear it out yourself, go ahead and do it. Don't wait for the trucks to come. So people started doing that. There was a line of people going out to the landfill. Well, no one gave that memo to the people who opened and closed the landfill gates, so the gates were closed, so the line was long. The sheriff came up, took a rope, tied it to the fence, and bust the lock on it. So that is how severe this is. They are trying to get that stuff out off the street. But guess what? It's still a lot of stuff out on the street. Hundreds, if not thousands, were told to evacuate. Leave the area, especially if you're in certain areas. You were told to leave the area. I know I always say no one's coming to save you. In this instance, this is a Cat 5. No one's coming to save you. The police did a press conference. Well, yeah, they did a press conference and they basically said, no one's coming to save you. I'm not going to risk the lives of my officers to send them out to someone who did not heed us saying, you need to leave. So if you're there and you decided to stay there and something happens and the water starts rising and you have nowhere else to go as far as going up, say your prayers, because they are not sending anybody out. No one. This area has not seen a significant hurricane like this since I think 1975 or something like that. That's a long time. And these storms keep getting worse and worse and worse. There have been a few scientists that have said they've always wondered and worried about Tampa Bay and how it would handle a storm like this. I guess they're about to find out. And also they expect a reduction, you know, not a Cat 5. They're expecting maybe a 3 or 4. But they said they cannot rely on that because this has been like an unstable hurricane, like the way it strengthened in speed. And it's at 180 miles per hour already. It's said to be even worse than Helene. So before I put these clips in here, I just want to say again, please pray for my mom. She has Alzheimer's. She's in her 80s. And I'm just praying that she will be okay. Also, I want to say prayers out to the family of Sissy Houston, which is Whitney Houston's mom. I am a Whitney Houston fan. So prayers out to them because her mom, Whitney's mom, Sissy Houston, passed today at the age of 91. And she passed at her home in New Jersey. She also has Alzheimer's. Well, had Alzheimer's. So prayers out to that family as well. So let's get into this video again. If you're not in the area of Florida and you somewhere else in the United States, please prepare. Please prepare. We don't know where this is going. Like one girl said in the video, you're going to see this is biblical times right now. Get right with God or whoever you believe in. But Jesus is king over here. Okay? So let me share this out with you guys, and I pray that this video is able to upload. Y'all take care, stay safe, leave comments down below. Please leave tips, ideas, all that stuff for other people who may be in the comments reading or whatever. So I'll see you in a little bit.
For the storm making landfall in the state of Florida, we've sent high water rescue vehicles to Hillsborough and Pinellas counties, where there are some models having the eye of the storm making landfall, although I think the more recent track is that it's slightly south of Tampa Bay. Again, a lot of uncertainty. Again, don't get wedded to kind of where the eye of the storm is right now. There's a lot that can change. But a Tampa landfall is going to produce storm surge in places like Sarasota and Charlotte. If it landfalls a little further south, it's still going to produce storm surge further south and southwest. So I think no matter what, I think you're going to see surge from in the southwest part of the state. I think the storm's going to be big enough. I think it's going to be strong enough. And so it doesn't even matter if it goes into Tampa or Bradenton. If you're in Southwest Florida, you are going to feel that. So just be prepared for that. We are going to have a major storm impact the state. It's too soon to tell exactly where. It's too soon to tell exactly how powerful, although we expect it to be powerful. But the one thing that we know is we don't want to waste any time.
Hurricane Milton exploded in strength today with winds topping 180 miles per hour. It is now expected to make landfall late Wednesday or early Thursday. Check out this ominous view of Milton today from the International Space Station. Forecasters say if it stays on its current track, this will be the worst storm to hit the Tampa area in more than a century. Now, Florida's governor declared an emergency for much of the state, warning residents, especially those vulnerable to its potential 15-foot surge of seawater, to evacuate as soon as possible. Look at this. The roads already jammed. Now, all this as many Floridians are still recovering from the impact of Hurricane Helene just 11 days ago.
Talking about that storm surge that you mentioned, if that were to hit right where I'm standing, I would be well underwater. And take a look at Tampa from above. You can see that the city is surrounded by inlets just like this one. Once the storm hits, all of that water has to go somewhere. As Milton menaces Florida, millions are under mandatory evacuation orders.
This is the storm of the century.
Now the west coast of Florida is bracing for another life-threatening storm just 11 days after Helene. It's expected to make landfall in Tampa, and nearly half the city is being told to get out.
I can't put my officers' lives in danger to come out for somebody that didn't evacuate in the peak of the storm surge.
So take the heat and evacuate now.
With a state of emergency declared in 51 counties, residents are once again assembling their emergency kits and gathering supplies.
And you must leave this area now. You're right.
60 miles in 4 hours. Think about that. It's taken us 4 hours to go 60 miles. If you are a Florida resident and you are evacuating for this huge hurricane, Hurricane Milton, that's about to slam right into the west coast of Florida, and you told yourself, it's okay, we'll wait till Tuesday morning, Tuesday night, don't do it. Leave now, because these interstates are insane. We left from the St. Pete Clearwater area and we hit traffic the second we hit Howard Franklin Bridge, and we have gone 60 miles, so we're not even to Ocala, and we're in bumper to bumper traffic. And it's raining. The southbound lane is pretty free. There's not a lot of cars on it, and the only ones that are heading towards St. Pete are lineman trucks, ambulances, police officers, and a ton of military vehicles. So if you can get gas and you can get out of there tonight, I would do it. I highly recommend doing it sooner.
We're learning that DeSantis refused to take a call from Vice President Harris specifically around Hurricane Milton. Can you just talk about that and any communication around this new hurricane?
Look, that is something for the governor to speak to himself. If you have the president and you have the vice president reaching out to offer up assistance provided to your constituents, the people who live in your state, to make sure we are doing everything that we need to do from a federal response, and we're reaching out, offering our support. That's for the governor. The governor
car with some gas, going into Publix to get some food, and giving you guys a little update on what's going on. We do live in the Tampa Bay area and evacuated to Jacksonville. It was quite a rough drive, especially with a toddler and a dog. We should be okay where we are at right now. However, our home, this is now a Category 5 storm, so I don't know if we're gonna have anything to come back to. And I'm not getting emotional just for me, like I'm truly heartbroken for everybody that's gonna be devastated by the storm. This is gonna take many lives. I'm really glad that we left last night because the highways are insane right now. Bridges are packed and they're definitely going to close the bridges soon. So if you haven't got out, definitely do right now. We are quite literally living through biblical events and it's insane. Also, God had other plans and it's just really weird looking through TikTok right now, seeing everyone living their normal lives while Florida is just quite literally falling apart. We may lose power where we're at for sure. I just want to get some food at Publix, make sure that, you know, we're contributing. Just filled up the car with some gas, going in.
And you must leave this area now. You're running out of time to get to safety. Pasco is expecting dangerous storm surge and damaging winds, and it is not safe to stay in these homes along Pasco's coastline.